The merch situation. Olivia does not mess around. She knows what she's doing. Trade friendship bracelets. Merch was crazy. Right at 8:30. Hello everyone, my name's Nicole and this is your complete guide to everything you need to know about Olivia Rodrigo's Guts World Tour. I went to the St. Louis World Tour, so March 12th. So it's been 2 days and I still haven't taken my hair out. That just seems like a lot of work. I'm going to do this video without any spoilers to her set list or anything, so if you're worried about that, don't worry. There is gonna be a little bit of a spoiler at the end. We're gonna start with transportation and go all the way down from tour time, lines, the opener, merch, all that fun stuff. We actually got our uncle to drive us there and back, so we didn't have to worry about Ubers or parking or anything, and I would honestly recommend that's the way to do it because we didn't have to walk very far at the end of the show or at the beginning of the show. He just dropped us off right at the front doors, and also we didn't have to pay for parking, which was like $45, which is really crazy. If you have someone that can drive you, or like if you're staying at a hotel relatively close to the venue, then I would say maybe walk. I really don't think the parking situation is very good, especially in these cities. Just something to think about. The time that our venue doors opened was 6 p.m., but I know that the merch truck that stands outside got there at 1 p.m. and I'll tell you a little bit about merch in a second. I honestly recommend getting there right at 6 p.m. if you want to see the opener and Olivia because merch was crazy. The bag policy for my venue was you could bring bags, but they had to be a certain size, so just check that with your venue. I wore my cargo pants, so I had a bunch of pockets and I didn't have to bring a bag, and I kind of recommend if you have like cargo pants to wear them because it was super nice. My venue even said that taking a bag might add 30 minutes to your estimated time to get in because they have to check it and everything. Maybe something to consider. And as far as what to bring, you really only need your phone and your wallet. You do not need to be carrying like a bunch of different stuff. I only had my phone, my wallet, and my camera. I didn't have like makeup or anything for touch-ups. I don't think that's necessary. If you just have your phone and you have one of those slots, you really only need to bring your debit card because my venue at least was cashless, so you couldn't pay with cash anyway. Think of packing very, very light. I know everybody's talking about the trading cards. There was just someone standing there when we got there. We got there to the venue at like 6:20, 6:30-ish, and there was just someone standing there handing these out. This is the St. Louis one, and then this is what the back looks like, but these are kind of cool. So if you're worried about not getting a trading card, I'm pretty sure there's someone that'll be there that'll be handing them out. I don't know how long they last. Again, another reason why I recommend getting there right at 6 o'clock so you don't miss out on that. I low-key forgot about them until the person came up to us and was like, you want trading cards? The merch situation. This is really bad. Here's why I recommend getting there at 6 o'clock. When we got there to the venue, we wanted merch. I wanted merch. We started standing in a line. We really didn't know what the line was for. It was just a really, really long line, and people kept coming up to us and asking, is this like, what are you standing in line for? And we were a little bit befuddled. We were just like, we don't know. We hope it's merch. What I would recommend doing is finding a line, making sure it's a merch line. There's lines that are not merch that are long, and staying in it because we moved I think like twice, and I think that's why it took us like an hour to get through the merch line. But if we stayed in the same line, I feel like it would have taken us maybe 45 minutes. Here's the thing, there's 4 merch lines in the entire venue. The venues are pretty small, so the merch lines pretty much wrap around the entire thing. Everybody wants merch, so it takes a while to get there, but I felt like the merch line went pretty fast. But again, just find one and stay in it because if you move around and be like, oh, this line's shorter, this line's shorter, it's gonna be a lot longer. If you want to see the opener and everything, go there right at 6 p.m, get your merch. Another thing about merch is that they didn't have any bags, so we were kind of stuck carrying around all our merch. So if you get like, let's say you have like 6 friends. If you get 6 shirts for your 6 friends, you're gonna have to carry those around all night. So if you are on the floor or like in the pit for real in the pit, I would recommend getting your merch beforehand at the truck so that you don't have to carry your merch around and you can just have a good time. Luckily, we were in the nosebleeds, so we had actual seats that folded down and we could just stick our merch in there so we didn't have to carry it during the show. Also at the venue, I don't think they had all of the knickknacks. I think the merch truck only has the knickknacks, like the friendship bracelet, the band-aids, all that stuff. So if you want that stuff, go to the truck. People were carrying around posters, so I think that they had those. If you're really nervous about getting merch, then definitely go to the truck beforehand. It'll be a lot less stressful for you. I've heard that some people waited till the end of the show to get merch, and I honestly wouldn't recommend that because they did say that sizes were sold out. Making sure that it's a merch line, because there are multiple different lines. There are lines for a photo wall with the stars in the background. That line is pretty long too. We actually ended up waiting in that line, not knowing it was a photo line. We thought it was a merch line. That was just randomly astronomically shorter than everything else. There is no lines for alcohol. The merch line kind of goes in front of the alcohol stand. The merch line goes in front of every single line. So if you have another person in your party, just have someone stand there and then have someone walk up and make sure it's a merch line. There is quite a bit of a long line for food randomly. If you want food, I would recommend going beforehand. We went to Applebee's before the show and it was amazing because we didn't have to get food at the show because I didn't want to pay those ridiculous prices for a hot dog. But those are kind of the lines you need to look out for. We ended up getting in line at 6:30 was the time that we actually got in the actual line. And we didn't get our merch until right at 7:30 when Chapel Roan was going on. One more quick thing. I really don't want to compare the Guts tour to the Eras tour because they're two different people, but if you did go to the Eras tour, you know about the friendship bracelets and how basically everybody and their mother was trading a million friendship bracelets. But at Olivia, not as many people are trading friendship bracelets. Number one, don't stress if you can't make a million friendship bracelets and have them going all the way up your arm. I think I brought 7-ish and I traded 2. Don't be discouraged because there is people trading friendship bracelets, but it's going to be more of a scavenger hunt. Everybody who's trading friendship bracelets is super nice. If you really do want to trade friendship bracelets, I recommend maybe bringing 5 or so because it's not going to be as big of a thing as it was for Taylor Swift. If you're bringing a child and they really want to trade friendship bracelets, then go for it. It's just going to be more of, like I said, a scavenger hunt. By the time that we actually got to our seats, I still had some that I didn't want. So I turned to the people behind us and I was like, do you guys want friendship bracelets? And they're like, we don't have anything to trade. And I was like, don't worry about it. You can just have them. I don't care. Moving on to the times and everything of when everybody gets on stage. Everything is super on time for this concert, which I really appreciated because some concerts, the artist makes you wait 15-30 minutes before they actually say that they're gonna be on stage, but Olivia does not. Our opener was Chapel Roan. She came on right at 7:30. She was awesome. I had never heard her songs before, but I thought she was awesome. She taught us a little dance, which was really fun. And she's on for about 30-ish minutes. Yeah, I think she ended a little bit before 8 o'clock. The opener does go on right at 7:30. I definitely recommend seeing the opener, especially I'm jealous of the people who get to go to shows where the opener is Remy Wolf because I love Remy Wolf so much. Go see the opener because Olivia does not mess around. She knows what she's doing. I actually really enjoyed myself when the opener came on. The next thing is the Guts. It'll say Guts on the screen. When you see that, you have about, someone said 5 minutes, but I really think it's more 10 minutes before the show. Olivia does come on right at 8:30. So when you see that, that it says Guts on the screen, you really need to go to your seat and wait. Her set list is about 2 hours. I've been hearing people say it's 1 hour and 30 minutes. It's a little bit less than 2 hours. 1 hour and 45 minutes minimum. We officially got out at 10:15, 10:30-ish. So it's really not a super late concert. I will say one thing. This is the spoilery part. If you don't want to miss 2 of her songs though, I would skip to this time frame. The little spoilery thing is that one song she will leave, she'll dip, she'll be like, bye guys, like I've had so much fun tonight, peace on the streets. And a bunch of people will leave, a bunch of people will start leaving and the lights will go out, but she actually plays 2 more songs after that happens, and arguably it's her 2 best songs, so I would stay. It really looked like she was leaving and I was like, guys, I don't know if she's actually gonna do these 2 songs. Like, I was befuddled. You just have to wait a little bit. She came out, it was great. As far as leaving, there is a lot of people that will leave during the last song, and I get it, but I definitely think if you want to stay till the end, do it. It's not going to take a million years to get out, but I will say it's very, very crowded. Everybody's just trying to leave. I think it took us about 5-10 minutes to leave. It really did not take us that long to get to the lower level. We were on the upper level. Once you're on the lower level though, it literally takes you 2 seconds to get out because you just go right out. The last thing is confetti. So we were at the very, very top. We were almost touching the stadium wall, but I was like, guys, I am not leaving here without getting some confetti. So we snuck on to the lower level and we got some confetti. If you're at the top and you want confetti, go to the lower level. You can't go on the floor. They stopped us before we went on the floor, but like the lower bowl, you can go on and you can find some good pieces there. But just know, if you really want confetti and you're on a mission, you can do it. I believe in you. These are the pieces I got. And then the last thing that I kind of just wanted to say is that even in the nosebleeds, I had a really, really fun time. I mean, Olivia was like this big. I still really enjoyed this show. I've been a fan of Olivia for forever. Since she made the comeback song, honestly, if you're in the nosebleeds or like obstructed view or something, don't worry because it's still a very, very fun concert and you will still actually scream. You'll scream your little heart out. After the concert, I was just gagged. I was absolutely speechless, but I was also super, super tired. I mean, we had just screamed and jumped around for 2 hours. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're going to the Guts tour, let me know in the comments below. If you have any more questions or anything, let me know. I can't guarantee that the comments is a spoiler-free section, so go for it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got a little bit more information about the Guts tour. If you're going, I am so excited for you because it is truly one of my favorite experiences that I've had in my entire life. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Be kind to people. Tell someone you love them. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Peace.